Hey, it's Mazzy here, and this is the announcement that you George Harrison fans have been waiting for. Living in the Material World, the deluxe, super deluxe edition, coming out on November 15th. Interestingly enough, the week before the Capitol Beatle box. I can't recall two Beatle projects, somewhat major Beatle projects, being issued, being reissued, being released this close together. So November 15th, a super deluxe edition with various configurations, 1973. So 51 years. Remember, with COVID and all the delays and everything, things that got sort of pushed back. And this is, in a way, was his follow-up to All Things Must Pass, but it was delayed because of the entanglement and the project he did with the concert for Bangladesh and a lot of other things happening at the time. What a tempestuous period of time. Now, this is a hybrid release. This is the Super Deluxe Edition. Luckily, as far as I know so far, no Uber Edition. Thank goodness. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But it looks like it's sort of that LP size format. Maybe it's probably, a 12.5-inch square box slipcase. It has a 2 LP set. It has a 2 CD set. It has a Blu-ray of the high-res music. It has a booklet, and it has some other kind of, looks like Living in the Material World recording notes right there. You see those recording notes. That looks pretty cool. And a 7-inch single. Now, the 7-inch single is Sunshine Life for Me, Sail Away Raymond, George Harrison's version with his vocal track that he wrote and produced with the band. The band and George Harrison collaborate on that song. That was on the Ringo album, also released that year. The B-side of the single is an instrumental version, so essentially a dub version of Sunshine Life for Me. Now, heads are going to explode in certain ways having the super deluxe. People that don't want vinyl don't want vinyl. People who don't want compact disc don't want compact disc. People who only want high-res audio only want the Blu-ray. Well, you're going to get it all together, which makes it simple, right? But there's going to be a 2 LP set and several single variants, single LP variants. Barnes & Noble, I assume it'll be a different color. Amazon variant. And at the George Harrison BMG site directly, direct to consumer, a variant there. Now, on terms of the prices, the single LP, the variants, are $40. That's just the proper remixed album. The 2 LP set, $65. The double CD set, $33. And the Super Deluxe Edition with everything that I showed earlier, $175. Of course, depending when you order, where you order, some of these will be discounted, but those are the list prices for the George Harrison Super Deluxe Edition, Living in the Material World. Living in the Material World. Now, this is a favorite album of mine. Of course, it wasn't as bombastic as All Things Must Pass. I am wearing, I can't believe after 50 years I can fit in this shirt from 1974. In 1974, Capitol Records did a whole 10-year promotion of the Beatles in America, 1964 to 1974, and I proudly can still fit in this shirt after 50 years. This is the header card. I just showed one of these in the Capitol Records release thing. Now you can see when this was issued in 1974, these were the things that record stores got to put in the sections. All you had at that point with All Things That Pass and Living in Material World, they neglect to include electronic music here and Wonderwall, which is unfortunate, but these were the catalogs of the time, the 8-track, the cassette, and the album. So I proudly keep these in my collection within the section dividers. But let's go back in the history of this album. This album, George Harrison wears his spirituality on his sleeve, and it's all over this record. It's not as bombastic as All Things Must Pass. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover here. This is the promo sheet that was sent to record stores in 1973, because this was very soon after I got my very first job in the record business in record stores. Living in the Material World. The original promo slick that you would hang in windows, you'd hang in stores. I used to have a bunch of these, but it looks like I'm right now down to the single slick of this, the trifold area with this beautiful artwork. I always love this cover. Was it USC or UCLA X-ray department, of course. Most of this was recorded at Friar Park, the new recording studio. Less production, not anywhere near what George Harrison did with Phil Spector, although there is one track on here that Phil Spector contributes. Believe that was Try Some, Buy Some, which was the recording thing he did with, Doris Troy, Ronnie Spector. So he's involved in that. The rest of it is a totally new recording. I love the sound of the acoustic guitars here. I love the spirituality. Of course, he's going through this period of McCartney suing the Beatles and them suing each other. It's a very spiritual, introspective album, but he's also going through some drug issues around this time, cocaine issues too. So you got a beautiful acoustic guitar sound on this. You have Gary Wright on this. You have Jim Keltner on this. In fact, there's a little bit of a fun nod to Jim Keltner with an address for the Jim Keltner fan club, a little bit of the Wings logo inserted there. And this became a hit. This was a hit record. It wasn't as massive as All Things Must Pass. It wasn't as successful. Some people didn't like the preachiness of the record. But this is, I think, a very successful record, and it's something that we're going to get right now, and it's overdue. So I think it's great that Danny Harrison worked on this release here. Now, in 2006, we did get an expanded version on compact disc and DVD. Had some video content at the time. There was, not a lot in terms of bonus tracks on here. We had Deep Blue, which we're not getting this time. We're not getting Deep Blue, but we're getting Miss Odell, a version of that, which is on here. But this is the clamshell CD DVD with a booklet that came out in 2006. There was one other version during the budget years of when Capitol Records in the late 70s into the 80s had budget releases. This is the budget release, which they got rid of the gatefold, got rid of the insert, the green ugly label, not even an Apple label at the time, Capitol Records. Again, this was a budget at $3.99, and I picked another up way back in the day. So here's what you're going to get musically. On all three editions, the Super Deluxe edition, the double vinyl edition, or the double CD edition, the first disc will be the proper album remixed in 2024. And then on the second disc of the CD and the second disc of the vinyl, you're getting the entire album, again, in order, in sequence, very much like what Sean has done for John Lennon records, except you don't get all that extra element mixes and the progress of each song. But you're getting outtakes, alternate versions. For instance, you get Give Me Love, Take 18. You're getting Sue Me, Sue You Blues, Take 5. You're getting The Light That Has Lighted the World, Take 13. Don't Let Me Wait Too Long, Take 49. Boy, that's a lot of takes. But wait, there's more. Who Can See It, Take 93. Oh my God. Oy. Living the Material, Take 31. The Lord Loves the One, Take 3. Be Here Now, Take 8. Try Some, Buy Some, an alternate version. And The Day the World Gets Round, Take 22. That's all it takes. Take 24. And you get a Miss Odell 2024 mix. You get Sunshine Life for Me on the CD. The only place to get the Sunshine Life for Me on vinyl is in the box on the 7-inch. You get, again, Sunshine Life for Me with the band and George Harrison on the 7-inch. And the B-side of that is I'm calling it the dub mix, but the instrumental version on that. Basically, I guess the guide track, the guide vocal that he gave to Ringo. The Blu-ray DVD has everything in high res. So there's no video content, apparently, and the Blu-ray is high res audio content. The high res Blu-ray also has Miss Odell and has Sunshine Life for Me. I guess only the vocal version. And then, of course, the vinyl standard 7-inch double-sided single has both versions of that. And then there's the book in the Super Deluxe. Now, I don't mind having a hybrid CD, DVD, Blu-ray. Some people's heads will explode, so cue the explosion on that end. Prices are inserted here, but I think this is an interesting set. Again, I am a fan of this album. It wasn't as successful over the years as All Things Must Pass, which is considered possibly the number 1 or 2 best solo record of all the Beatles. Living in the Material World, 51 years old, coming out November 15th, just a week prior to the Capitol 1964 box set. So a lot of Beatles stuff happening as usual. Every season we have that. I'm surprised, again, these are being released so close together. What do you think? Check it out. Can you squeeze into your t-shirt of 50 years ago? Mazzy loves you.